Welcome back, Tamriel adventurers, and today you'll notice I am stood in the Imperial City sewers, and that's because we're going to be talking about one of ESO's less obvious but surprisingly valuable currencies, Imperial Fragments. Now, if you've spent any time in the Imperial City or the sewers, you're going to be picking these up even without knowing or realising what they're for. And we all know that Tel Var is the currency of the Imperial City and the sewers, but you also collect these fragments, and for so long I get to speak to people and they don't even know they've collected them, let alone what to do with them. And the fact that you can actually make a decent amount of gold. So let's break it down, what they are, where you get them from, and how you turn them into something genuinely useful. So Imperial Fragments are a currency you earn in the Imperial City and Imperial City sewers. They drop from killing and looting Daedra mobs in the zone, so basically anything that moves that's not another player. And with the Imperial City being a fantastic small-scale PvP area, it's also a great PvE area too. I spent a lot of time down there chatting shit with some friends while doing loops in the sewers, hoping to bump into cunning scamps, etc. Now, the fragments are not as well known as Tel Var, which is the main Imperial City currency, but they do have a brilliant use, and it's one that I don't think many new or casual players know about, or if they do, they overlook it. It's also important to point out that Imperial City is a DLC, but you can now get it for free from the Crown Store, so it basically makes it base game nowadays. So this is open to anyone to do once you've spent some time in the zone collecting stuff. So what is it that you do with these fragments? Well, there are actually a few ways you can spend them. You can go to the trophy vaults in both of the zone's group dungeons, which is Imperial City Prison and White Gold Tower, and you can use the fragments to get your hands on gear set pieces from those dungeons, as well as the shoulder pieces for the monster sets that drop from there as well. But my preferred use for the Imperial Fragments is to visit the Arena District and take them to the Ethereal Vault to spend. Now, this is a little bit easier if you are a member of the Ebonheart Pact, because you drop out of your base quite close to the Ethereal Vault in the Arena District, and also the sewer access to get back to your home base is really close to the vault as well. But it doesn't mean that you can't do it if you're a member of the Aldmeri Dominion or the Daggerfall Covenant. It just means you've got a little further to walk and get through. So inside the Ethereal Vault, you can spend 20 of your hard-earned Imperial Fragments to buy one alchemy reagent bag. Now, yes, you can only buy one bag at a time, and it is incredibly annoying, I know. You have to click, buy, open, click, buy, open, but honestly, it's still absolutely worth it. These little bags give you random alchemy ingredients, and some of those reagents can sell for thousands of gold each on guild traders. So even though the fragments themselves aren't tradable, the reagents inside the bags absolutely are. And this basically means free alchemy supplies for your own potions and poisons, or a quick and easy way to make gold from the most sought after reagents, or a bit of both depending on what you want to do. It's basically passive income for just playing the Imperial City if you enjoy it down there anyway. So what I usually do, and what I'm going to recommend to you guys, is to save up a fairly decent amount of these Imperial Fragments before heading out to the Ethereal Vault. Personally, I wait until I've got maybe over 2,000 fragments, and 2,000 fragments is exactly what I've spent in the video here today to show you what I yielded. And that can take me a few visits to the sewers to collect. So it's probably a once a month activity for me to do this. And I am planning actually on doing a daily, weekly and monthly routine video coming soon, all about my routines in the game. So if you're interested in that, please make sure to subscribe. And actually, if you wait until you've collected like 2,000 fragments, even though you can only buy one reagent bag at a time, it does make a trip to the vault feel a little bit more worthwhile. And I sit there quite nice and safely inside the vault. Even if another Alliance player enters, I'm not at risk. And I buy a stack of bags, opening them, buy, opening, buy, etc. And then I sort out what I've earned. So for this video, I actually switched off the auto add to craft bag feature in my options so we can see exactly what I got for my 2,000 fragments. It's actually a really efficient way to refill my alchemy stash, but also make a bit of extra gold whenever I need it on the more lucrative reagents such as the Dragon Room, Dragon Bile and Dragon Blood and such, and those are the ones that are selling for the more premium prices on Guild Traders at the moment. So is it worth coming and farming Imperial Fragments in the sewers or Imperial City? I personally wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't go out of my way to farm these fragments alone. When I come to the sewers and to Imperial City, I'm there to farm the Tel Var, which, by the way, you can also use Tel Var to buy alchemy satchels at the Tel Var General Merchant in your home base, by the way. But you will earn the Imperial Fragments passively while you're collecting everything else while you're there anyway. They don't take any extra effort, and the conversion rate to buy the reagent bags is actually a genuinely good deal, only costing 20 fragments. Think of Imperial Fragments as a little bonus currency that quietly builds up until you're ready to cash them in. So since recording this video of me opening these bags of alchemy mats, I actually sold a lot of the more expensive ones and made over 100,000 gold from doing so. It's actually really quite simple if you've got a guild trader. You kind of go around some of the major cities, find out what the selling prices are for these reagents and just sell them. Perfect. Some of them even sold within seconds of me actually uploading them to the guild trader. And so that is my little method I wanted to share with you about how I use Imperial Fragments and turn them into in-game gold. If you're new or returning to ESO and want more simple guides like this to help you understand the game without getting overwhelmed, then hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate everybody watching. But before you leave, what is the one alchemy reagent you always seem to be missing? Let me know in the comments and we'll chat down there.